a weekly cash card draw for people to have a little money to spend downtown, so we'll find out who that is. And of course, Alexandra and Colin Proctor are here from Made with Love Delectable Edibles. They're going to tell us actually right now what they're cooking up for us for today's segment.
Hey everybody. Yeah, we are doing some sourdough party loaves today. What our focus is getting everybody ready for Christmas entertaining. So different things that you can use to make really easy, whole food appetizers, no work, fun. Tune in.
All right, you guys, thank you very much. So
She said no work.
Well, not today because she's going to do the work and we might get a little sample, so that's never wrong.
Okay.
We'll take a quick break. Midday will get started in just a few minutes. Welcome back, and we are doing a little bit of cooking now with Made with Love Delectable Edibles. Alexandra and Colin, always a pleasure to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
What are we up to today? We're doing party dips for Christmas. This is good.
Well, we did a bunch of our Christmas shows last week and thought, you know what, I guess it's coming. It's time maybe to get things going for Christmas. So we're doing bread loaf dips, which are, you know, typically your sourdough party loaf.
Okay.
But we're doing them with a little bit of a twist, making them a bit healthier and also incredibly yummy.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
All right, so what do we have going on over here, Colin?
So I've been mixing quite frenetically because we have a cream. Basically, our dips are going to be 1/3 cream cheese and 1/3 sour cream, 1/3 mayonnaise as a base. And to start, I've been softening cream cheese and adding very slowly sour cream. The thing about mixing any cream cheese dip is you want it not to be lumpy. And the way you do that is by basically softening it and slowly adding your next dip. I've been using sour cream. You could also use the mayonnaise too.
Okay, good to know.
And what I've got going here is you're going to hardly believe it, but this is a whole package of organic baby spinach.
Yeah, it shrinks down when you cook it, for sure.
And you could even go on to 2 if you want. Now, if you want to cheat with this, you can use just the chopped frozen spinach that's in your grocery aisle. Just defrost that, drain it, like squeeze out all of the extra juice and use that instead.
Okay.
But using the baby organic spinach is a great way to add some extra health to it and, you know, get some fresh food going for you.
Absolutely. Fresh is best, people.
Yeah. So what we've got in there is the spinach.
Okay.
I'm doing in this bowl a spinach and water chestnut dip with our pesto garlic spice blend. And Colin is going to do, what are you doing over there, dude?
I'm doing a red pepper and faded dip with our red pepper spice blend.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've already got my mix all done because my husband's lovely and he did that for me.
Good job, Colin. Nice work.
So yeah, just mix up your cream cheese, 1 cup of cream cheese, 1 cup of sour cream, and 1 cup of mayo. You could use yogurt instead of the sour cream, and that recipe is on our website, madewithlove.ca.
Excellent.
And then I've got 1 tin of just sliced water chestnuts, which I'm going to dump in there.
Okay.
I like the sliced ones because you get nice big chunks of nice sort of crunchy and whole sort of pieces.
And I find a lot of times with dips, it's all about the texture. You know, you want to have a little bit of good texture to it.
Yeah. And so then we've got the whole package and plus a couple handfuls from the other one of this spinach. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to sneak out here and give the shot to Colin and just drain that extra liquid off.
Okay.
If you can see, there's a little bit of water. And you don't want to water, ooh, can you see? You can see. Almost.
Well,
there's a puddle.
Oh. That's
Or I could drain it on the stove, and then I'd be all good.
It would smell awesome. That smell of spinachy liquid. So over to you, Colin. This is going to be a red pepper. Is this really hot or no?
No,
Not overly, right?
these are sweet roasted red peppers, just the kind you can get at the store.
Oh, that's going to be a good dip.
And I am, you know what? I'm just going to finish up here with the mayo really quickly because I'm slow.
No, you're not. I think a good slow, you have to make everything just so and take your time.
And so basically all I have here on the cutting board are the roasted red peppers.
Okay.
And you could roast them yourselves as well.
Yes.
But you can also buy them and just chop them up and add them.
Okay.
And that's all we're doing here is I'm going to crumble up the feta and add the red peppers and mix them in.
Okay.
So.
And I've got in this bowl my spinach and water chestnuts, and I'm not going to throw any more on the stove, I promise. And I'm just going to mix those in together.
Okay.
And then add 6 tablespoons of the pesto garlic spice blend.
Delish.
I could pass that right over to you, actually.
I sure can, yeah.
Why don't you give that a stir?
Okay.
We'll grab one of these bottles.
So obviously we're dealing with a few calories here, but sometimes at Christmas especially, I find you can't get away from certain things. And, you know, you could use light sour cream, right? And light Miracle Whip or mayonnaise, but I don't know. Sometimes it just tastes better to use the full-fledged calorie action. Sometimes.
And you know what? There's a lot of those light products on the market, actually, and they're not actually a very good choice. At least if you're going for the real fat, right? A natural fat that comes out of a cow or comes out of a coconut or comes out of an olive, you're getting something that your body knows what to do with.
That's right.
Whereas if you go for the stuff that has pretend fat in it, now I'm not saying just take some of the fat out, I mean that's fine, but if you're going for the stuff that's fat-free, often what you're adding instead is a pretend fat. And there's been studies that show your body actually recognizes those pretend fats as fat. So even though the computer might say, oh, it's fat-free, your body doesn't actually necessarily agree.
Sure. Yeah, good lesson right there.
So we got that guy all together, and then we're going to go to these sourdough loaves.
Okay.
So what we do with these, you can do anything. If you want to like up the nutritionals on this, use one of the really nice whole grain loaves that you can get at any of the markets now. You can get a Red Fife, or you can get a mixed multi-grain, or any of those guys. Or you can do your traditional white sourdough. So, you know, health is really just a choice. It's what you want to do.
Sure.
So what I've done here is you cut all the way around the loaf, about as high as you can keep the sides, so you get a nice tall top.
Yep.
And then you just really gently with your hand go in and kind of pry loose all that soft loaf, so you've got a nice bowl.
And then you're going to pour it in.
And then you're going to pour it in.
Magical.
Put the lid on, stick it in the oven and bake it, and you have it hot.
Awesome.
Or just serve it as is, and you have a nice cold dip. Either way, they're great.
Okay, well, you know what? We're going to take a quick break now. We're going to come back and check in at the end of the show and sample these lovely dips, because they're going to be great. We have a couple of more segments, so we'll see you guys in a little bit.
Sounds good.
All right, we're back with Midday in just a few minutes. Too bad tonight, -4. It's very close to normal for this time of the year, and a chance of a few flurries. Tomorrow will reach the freezing mark, highs of 0. How are our dips working out, you guys?
Well, we've got a whole lot of sourdough party dips. So those 2 recipes that Colin and I did filled 4 loaves.
Excellent.
So it's a really easy thing to do. What I do before the holidays is I'll make up a bunch of these, put the lids on, wrap them in foil, and stick them in the freezer. And then all through the holidays, whenever anybody like arrives for food and wants something easy, I just pull it out of the freezer, stick it in the oven, and I've got hot hors d'oeuvres in a few minutes.
And it looks like you've been working all day, which is what you want your guests to think, right?
Yeah.
You guys, thank you very much. Anything else you want to add quickly before we go?
Well, I think the little guys here, where you just kind of slice out the center of the long loaves, are beautiful and something really different from what you normally expect at a party. And you're adding all of those really nice whole grains or sprouted grains as well, which is a great way to kind of add extra whole food to your everyday.
Absolutely. You guys, thank you very much for coming in. Always a pleasure. You're cooking up some, or cutting up some bread for us?
Yeah, some extra baguette just to go with them. And you know what? Go to our website, madewithlove.ca, and you'll get all of these recipes.
All right. You guys, thank you very much. Our time is up. In fact, we're over time now, so we're going to go. Thank you very much for joining us for this Tuesday edition of Midday. We're back tomorrow. Have a great afternoon.